Tensions rose to extremely explosive levels in April 2015 following the arrest of Freddie Gray. The so-called rough ride in a police transport van and his death caused by neck and spinal cord injuries while in police custody.
It was disheartening.
Prior to Gray's death, community activists Ray Kelly and Davon Love were already advocating for police accountability in Baltimore City, especially in Sandtown Winchester and other neighborhoods overly saturated yet underserved by police.
So when Freddie Gray was killed, then there was that mixture of, we told you this would happen eventually, but there was also that validation of, we told you, now fix it.
Rallies and demonstrations transformed into an uprising that lasted days, with rocks and bricks thrown at officers, stores looted and set on fire.
We don't care. 15 days, no answer.
It was chaos, nonstop helicopters.
Even the police department's Western District station became a place where protesters voiced their anger. Love is Director of Public Policy for Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle. Kelly is Executive Director of the Citizens Policing Project and Vice Chair of Baltimore's Administrative Charging Committee. Both say they had strong emotions at the time.
But as an advocate, and to stand out, and I'm hearing the arguments and I agree, and I don't want it to escalate, but I'm just as mad as the people.
A large part of that community was outraged and wanted to express its dissatisfaction.
The men say they and others remained involved to bring a peaceful resolution.
We're stopping here, Major. How are you? Congressman Cummings. How are you?
And that included the late Congressman Elijah Cummings.
And I think one of the things that is both frustrating but presented as an opportunity was that there were many folks who were telling lawmakers, that were telling people in power, that police brutality was a significant problem in Baltimore, both in terms of people being killed, injured, but also just harassment and abuse.
10 years later, both men remain focused on making sure the community remains part of the conversation about police actions and policy here in Baltimore and in the state legislature. They see some progress, more checks and balances, including body-worn cameras to record encounters with officers, new technology, and vans designed to safely transport people in custody. Also, the city now has local control of the police department. Many of the changes come out of the federal consent decree mandating police reform.
Baltimore City has this recognized blueprint on what community policing should look like and what police accountability should look like. I think where we struggle is with implementation, and that stems from the will to change.
Love hopes the city will get to a place where law enforcement is no longer the core when we think about public safety and should only be a last resort.
And I think if we look at Baltimore the past couple of years and the historic declines in homicides and non-fatal shootings has been the result of historic investments in community-based organizations who specialize in addressing violence.
And as we ponder the past 10 years, Ray Kelly gives a different perspective on respect as we move forward.
And if we're going to recognize Freddie Gray for his sacrifice in these efforts and moving Baltimore police to a new place, then let's recognize him on his birthday where we can actually honor him and not what happened to him.
Barry Sims, WBAL TV 11 News.